Salutations, viewers, and welcome to AHS Basketball on AHS Sports Network on YouTube. Tonight we bring you a girls and boys CIML doubleheader. Just had the girls, and now it's the boys' turn. As the 3-6, 39th ranked Urbandale Jayhawks and your 9-3, 9th ranked Little Cyclones of Ames go head to head. We're glad to have you with us, folks. Carter White alongside Ryan Eggert, live from Ames High Gymnasium. Just like with the girls, it's February, which means it's time to start thinking about playoffs. The Little Cyclones are playing great this season, especially ever since the addition of junior Travion LeBeau. And I think it'll take a lot for the Jayhawks to take them down.
Yeah, it's going to take a lot for Urbandale to win tonight if they don't take down LeBeau. Also, Lipsy, if he continues his unstoppable offense, Ames will look very, very good. So it's going to be very difficult for them, for the Jayhawks, to win if they don't shut down those two players.
For Urbandale, it's a different story. They're 3-6 overall, 1-2 in conference, and they've got the dangerous Waukee and Johnston in their division of the CIML conference. A turnaround needs to start for them, and needs to start now.
Yeah, it's got to start now. You know, don't have much time left in the season, and you know, every game counts from here all the way to the playoffs, and you got to make sure that you capitalize on every single opportunity that you got to make sure you get yourself a better chance at going for the state title come March.
All right, and now it's time for your starters, starting out with the visiting Urbandale Jayhawks, head coached by John Smits. At guard, a 6'1 senior, number 5, Drew Dykstra. At guard, a 5'10 senior, number 10, Dylan Sams. At guard, a 6'1 junior, number 14, Grayson Smits. At guard, a 6'1 sophomore, number 20, Jack Craig. And at center, a 6'6 sophomore, number 52, Kirby Smits. Now for the Little Cyclones, head coached by Vance Downs. At guard, a senior, number 5, Casey Mum. At guard, a junior, number 14, Taman Lipsy. At guard, a sophomore, number 20, Lucas Allen Luth. At forward, a senior, number 44, Patrick Graffel. And at center, number 52, a junior, Corey Phillips. Unfortunately, Keyshawn Brooks is on academic reserve as of right now, and for the foreseeable moment, will not be able to play, at least for tonight. We're not sure how much longer he won't be able to play. We'll keep you updated on that. But right now, it's time for a game to be played. Tip-off coming up right after this break. Keep it right here. You're watching AHS Basketball on AHS Sports Network on YouTube. We have a few shout-outs to get to, but before we do, we'd like to mention that there's a mess-up in the starting lineups for Urbandale. I accidentally said that number 20, Jack Craig, was starting, but instead it's at guard, a 6'3 senior, number 23, Grant DeCroof. Now for your shout-outs. First from Aunt Debbie in Winthrop, Iowa. Then Aunt Denise, I think that is, in Salon, Iowa. Then Grandma Karen and Roxy in Independence. And Sydney and the Vox family in Marion. Thank you for watching. We appreciate your support. Here we go. You ready?
Yes, let's get it going.
Smits and Craffle on the tip-off. Ames trying to start something. Urbandale trying to start something. Ames trying to keep it going. Up, up, and away the tip-off is. And away we go. Ames starting out with fastball movement. Here's Lipsy, almost slips on himself. Pass inside to Phillips. Got it on the foul. That's a good start to the game.
It's a good start to the game. It would also, it's also a bit of an inconvenience that the people, of course, are standing right where we need to see. But, you know, we can't tell them what to do, so we'll just have to adapt to it.
I'm sure we'll end up just fine as Phillips is gonna get the and one and the first 3 buckets of the game. Count on Phillips making his shots. He's 65.2% from the line.
Yeah, as we've mentioned before, Phillips has become a definite threat from the free throw line. Much improved on that from last year, I believe. And, you know, he's definitely one guy you want to have in your starting lineup.
Urbandale with their first offensive possession of the game. Let's see how it goes for them. Starts out with Dykstra. Dykstra with a pass to DeCruz. Sams. Dylan Sams, who had the hot hand from 3 the last time I had an opportunity to broadcast the Jayhawks boys program. Hopefully he can do the same tonight.
Hopefully.
DeCruz almost loses the ball. Sams almost lost it too. Hit him right in the face as he got it. Back to Dykstra. Now at the top of the key, it's Smits. Smits with a pass to Dykstra at the left wing. Now it's DeCruz at the top of the key. And Lucas Lute's gonna knock it out of bounds. Lucas Lute replacing Brooks on the starting lineup. 6:42 to go in the first. The ref talking it over with Coach Downs before the inbound happens.
Wonder what that was all about.
Heaven knows, my good friend, heaven knows. DeCruz. Pass to Sams. Back to DeCruz. Shifting around the arch, takes it from inside. No good. Rebound taken by Mum. Gets the rebound for Ames, and they'll take it the other way quickly. Luth with a corner 3. Yes! Lucas Luth, what a man. Fantastic three-pointer. He's 29.6% from outside, and a timeout's called. Ames forces a timeout on Urbandale quickly, and you can tell they've got some momentum heading into this game.
Yeah, they've definitely got some momentum there. And Luth, off that three-pointer, he's just been so dangerous from outside the arc these last few games. And he's been the kind of shooter that if Ames don't get Brooks, they can turn to him to knock down those big shots. And he's been doing a fantastic job so far.
6:11 to go in the first. DeCruz will inbound for the Urbandale Jayhawks, who've got to start cutting into the run that Ames has got going on. DeCruz with the inbound to Sams. You can barely see it. Well, we can barely see it. You guys can probably see it pretty well, actually. Now it's Smith. Drives inside, can't lay it in off the glass. Rebound's going to be taken by Phillips. 5:56 to go in the first. Mum, pass to Phillips. Lipsy. Back out to Phillips, top of the key. 3 is good. Phillips with the and one and a three-pointer, and a three-pointer from Luth also makes it a 9-0 lead for the Little Cyclones.
This is a fantastic start, just what Ames needed. This is kind of like what we saw from the Urbandale girls. They were able to knock down so many three-pointers early in the game.
DeCruz. Foul is called. They're going to get Mum for that one.
Yeah, he caught slipping there.
So it'll be an inbound off of the foul from Mum. 5:24 to go in the first. DeCroof. Pass to the 6'3" senior, number 33, Nolan Baketh.
Bathke, I think?
Bakethie. That's a really hard name to pronounce. I gotta say, I like the mullet. I like his mullet a lot.
Rocking that mullet.
Seriously, though, haven't seen a good mullet around here since the 80s, and now you got a foul called. Was the 80s where mullets were popular? Or?
Yes.
I believe so.
He's got the.
Matter of fact, I did see Gabe Greenlee, the star wrestler here from Ames.
Yes, he's
in our grade. He does rock a good mullet.
Yes, he does.
Okay, no more hairstyle talk. Let's talk about basketball.
Yeah.
All right, Sams has the inbound pass. 4:56 to go in the first. Urbandale has to start cutting into this lead. Smits with the ball. Now it is Bathke. I think it's Bathke.
Bathke, yeah, I would think so.
Smits shifted around the arch. He had to pass it off. DeCroof now with the ball to Dykstra. Dykstra trying to find separation from Mum, and instead he's going to get it to DeCroof. Now here's Smits. Bathke with the ball. Smits at the right wing. Bathke falls down, loses the ball, and who's going to get it? Urbandale ends up with it, but they got a timeout called by Ames, and I think they got possession. Timeout is called by Ames. That brings both teams down to 4 timeouts. And you can just hear the energy from this Ames crowd is absolutely on fire. There's not too many supporters from Urbandale's side.
Yeah, granted, it's a bit of a long drive from there, and
that is true. That is quite quite a long drive.
It's a school night, and it's a work night, and if you're getting back, it's like 10 o'clock when you return down there.
Hopefully these players are like me with 2 free periods to start out the day so you can sleep in.
I wish someone like me could have that.
4:10 to go in the first. Here's Mum. Ames will have the ball and a chance to increase their lead. Inbound pass to Lipsy, takes it into the front court. 4:05 to go in the first. Mum, back to Lipsy. Lipsy, fake the pass to Mum, gets it to Luth in the corner instead. Now all the way to Mum, left wing 3, wide open, not gonna get it. Ball will go out of bounds. It'll go off of Lipsy's hands, or LeBeau's hands rather. Travion LeBeau who tried to save it. Inbound pass from DeCroof to Dykstra. Back to DeCroof. Sams is finally going to take it into the front court. Smits is going to lose it. 3:36 to go in the first. Lipsy from the foul line. No good. Rebound taken by Smits. 3.5 to go in the first. DeCroof with a pass to Dykstra. Dykstra near the center circle. Lipsy trying to strip it from him. And now Lipsy's aggression is going to backfire.
Yeah, I was going to say, we're going to get him. That's only his first, so he should be good.
It's imperative that Ames keeps their star player, Taman Lipsy, in this game.
Yes.
DeCroof inside. Oh, and Dykstra can't lay it in, and Urbandale still scoreless as we're now 5 minutes into the game, and Urbandale has not put a single bucket on the board. Maybe Smits can change that as he steals the ball. Foul is called.
I think that's number 2 on Luth.
It would appear as if that is the, yep, that's the case. Yep, that's 2 for Luth. Ames has a significant lead, but they have 4 fouls compared to Urbandale's just 1.
Well,
But
it shows.
Urbandale hasn't put any
Yeah, it
points on the
shows
board.
that they're playing with aggression. Shows that they're not just gonna back off and sit in and on the defense there. So they want to be up front, pressure Urbandale at every chance that they get.
Dykstra's going to get Urbandale's first bucket of the game. 9-2, 2:25 to go in the first. Urbandale's going to need more of that to try and stop Ames, who is on fire right now and has excellent momentum. Mum with a corner 3, in and out, rebound taken, was almost taken by LeBeau. Went out of bounds off of his hands instead, and with 2:08 to go in the first, the Jayhawks will have the ball again. DeCroof with the inbound pass to Smits, back to DeCroof. Sams with the pass, and he brings it into the front court. Here's Dykstra back to Sams near the center circle, just under 2 minutes to play in the first. Inbound pass to Kirby Smits, the 6'6" sophomore, and he's fouled underneath. Oh, wait, an offensive foul on
3-second
Smits.
lane violation, I believe.
Oh, hey. I think Grayson Smits and Kirby Smits might be, I think they might be brothers.
I believe that
Cousins
may
or
be
something?
the case.
Brothers, cousins, something. Long lost brother, something. Brother Bear, who knows?
Potentially.
Lipsy can't lay it in from outside. Urbandale gets the rebound. There's Smits into the corner for 3. No good. And the rebound's taken by LeBeau, who gets it to Lipsy. Lipsy decides to drive. They'll call a block foul. That'll be on DeCroof. That's going to be his first. Team second.
I think it's DeCruyff or something like
DeCruyff.
that. I believe
Okay.
it's just for future notice.
1:15 to go in the first. Lipsy. 1:10 to go in the first. Phillips back to Lipsy near the center circle. Here's Mum at the right wing to attack. Back to Lipsy, just under a minute to play in the first. Lipsy shifts around the key, finds attack. Finds Lipsy again. To Mum, 48 seconds to go in the first. Phillips, Mum at the baseline, back out to Lipsy. 40 seconds to go in the first. At the top of the key. Looks like even though they've had the ball for a significant amount of time, Ames might hold for the last shot. Never mind. There's a layup from Travion LeBeau. That's his first bucket of the game, first of quite probably many. DeCruyff can't lay it in on the drive, and Phillips gets the rebound, and now Ames will hold for the last shot.
Yes.
11 seconds.
8,
Lipsy,
7,
he's calm,
5.
he's cool,
4.
he's collected. Now he gets it to Phillips for a 3. No.
Oh.
Can't lay it in at the buzzer, and it's an 11-2 lead for the Little Cyclones, with so far a dominant performance over the Urbandale Jayhawks. And now it's time for us to read you our sponsors. AHS Basketball on AHS Sports Network on YouTube is brought to you by the following. OBS Studio, free and open source software for video recording and live streaming. Download and start streaming quickly and easily on Windows, Mac, or Linux. And by YouTube Live, bringing you live streams on YouTube.com since 2008. Want to stay updated on all things AHS Sports Network? Follow us on Twitter and Instagram. Facebook coming soon. And make sure to subscribe to the channel and push the notification bell to be notified the moment we upload or go live. And now we can go ahead and talk about this heck of a start that Ames has had over Urbandale. They lead 11-2. And quite frankly, it just doesn't seem like the Jayhawks can stop the momentum of the Little Cyclones.
No, it doesn't seem that way. And they've got to stop the ball movement. They have forced a few turnovers, but they haven't been able to capitalize on them. So that could end up hurting them in the end, but they're going to need to get some points and baskets together pretty soon to start a run to come back.
As we enter the second quarter, Sam's almost lost the ball, able to get it back. He drives, and a block from Ring Yak. Number 32, the junior who checked in earlier. Now Ring Yak inside. Couldn't maintain control of the ball. A golden opportunity to score, though. 7.5 to go in the second. Now the pace of the game slows down a little bit. A Cole attack, 7:19 to go in the second. It's Travion LeBeau. Now it's Lipsy. Puts it up from the baseline, can't lay it in. Yak, the rebound, can't lay it in either. And the rebound is taken by nobody. Ball goes out of bounds, and it'll go to the Jayhawks. Off of Ames last. 7:09 to go in the second. Here's where Urbandale's got to take advantage.
Yes, they need to take advantage right here, right now. They need to cut this lead down, and if they don't, it's going to be one of those missed opportunities.
Sam's at the baseline trying to drive on Yak. DeCrife back out to Dykstra. Smits with the ball, 6:45 to go in the second. Kirby Smits, now the ball is stolen by Lipsy. Turnovers are killing Urbandale right now as Travion LeBeau lays it in and a foul. And an and one opportunity for the star from one of the Waterloo schools, I believe, right?
Yes. I don't remember exactly which one, but I know he came from Urbandale, or not Urbandale, Waterloo.
6:35 to go in the second, and that's going to be the second foul for the 6'6" sophomore senior, number 52, Kirby Smits. And LeBeau can't lay it in from the foul line, misses the and one opportunity. And let's see if Urbandale can feed off of that mistake. Dykstra at the baseline, back out to Grayson Smits. Now Kirby Smits at the top of the key, gets it to Dylan Sams at the right wing. 6:17 to go in the second. Sams from the elbow, can't lay it in. Rebound going to be taken by Lipsy. Gets it to Mum, and Ames takes over. Now inside to attack on the drive, can't lay it in. Yak puts it back up, no good. Rebound taken by Lipsy. Mum with a fantastic slot out to Lipsy, so Ames could keep the ball.
That was a very heads-up play, very high IQ play right there to keep the possession.
Here's a Cole attack at the left wing to Lipsy. Lipsy back out to Mum. Corner three is good. 16-2, and a blowout is starting.
Oh. Ames just needs to keep up the pressure, keep this mentality, the scoring mentality up, so that they can continue to open this lead and prevent Urbandale from making a huge comeback.
And a timeout is taken by the Jayhawks. 30-second timeout, so we'll keep it here instead of taking a break. 16-2 is the score, 5:23 to go in the second. It just doesn't seem as if Ames can be stopped. Urbandale is doing pretty much nothing to stop Ames's run, and it just doesn't seem like anything's going good right now for Urbandale.
No, they're just getting outperformed by Ames, on just about every aspect. The shooting part of it, the offensive rebounding, and they're losing the ball all to Sneaky Taman Lipsy there. He's been able to grab a few steals, and they gotta switch on something, because they can't continue like this for long.
5:20 to go in the second, and let's see if they do continue for long on this silent streak that they have going. Sams with the ball, puts it up from the elbow, and there's a good start. Sams on the fadeaway, and it's a 16-4 game. And now the ball is stolen by Sams, and he falls down, and a foul's going to get called on Mum.
What?
Number
Oh.
10 was defending number 10, and then they're going to get Casey Mumm on the foul. That's his second foul.
I thought they would have called a foul on attack there because he kind of, you know, knocked over the guy who went down. But I don't understand that one at all on why they called it on Mumm.
Number 10 should have fouled number 10, but they called it on number 5 instead. Phillips checks into the Ames lineup. Urbandale has the ball. So far, a different start to what we saw in the girls' game where Urbandale just could not be stopped on their perimeter shooting.
Yeah.
Speaking of Urbandale perimeter shooting, there's Grayson Smits with a three-pointer, and he's brought it to under a double-digit game with that three-pointer. And Attack brings it right back to a double-digit game with a three-pointer, 19-7. A Cole Attack, who only averages 2 points a game, well, now he has 3.
Oh, that's an improvement, isn't it? What?
Sams with a hard drive. He took a hard fall, but gets back up like a hard beast.
They're going to get Phillips for that. I don't exactly know how that was because Sams had let go of the ball and his motion caused him to fall down. So I don't understand why that's called, but I'm not at liberty to make the calls for the game.
All right, so 4:07 to go in the second. It's DeCrife on the inbound. And now Sams has it at the top of the key. 4 minutes to go in the second. Ball is loose. You got a
foul.
They're calling a foul.
What?
I think they might get Verdon for that. No.
Say
yeah, they are getting
what?
Verdon. That's going to put Urbandale in the bonus.
I want somebody to explain that one to me because I don't understand that.
Sams is going to the free throw line as a result. You know, honestly, it's almost as if the fouls are worth it given how dominant Ames has been so far.
In a way, you could say that. Yes, they have been aggressive, and it has paid off. But obviously, you don't want to give your opponent any chance of scoring.
Nobody even tried to defend Lipsy on the drive, and it's a 21-7 game with 3:42 to go in the second. Here's Sams, pass to the other side of the key to DeCrife. Sams has the ball again. At the top of the key, now it's DeCrife again. At the right wing, it is Grayson Smits, no good on the drive, and Ames takes over. 3:18 to go in the second. Corner three from Vertinen, yes! Nobody can miss from the right corner. It's a 24-7 game. Another timeout taken by Urbandale. Brings them down to 3 timeouts. 3:13 to go in the second. Exactly what we expected. It was going to be a hard battle for Urbandale to try and win, and so far, and no timeout was called apparently. Sorry for interrupting my train of thought, my own train of thought there.
Or they haven't changed it yet, because I thought there was a timeout called. So
3:10 to go in the second.
We'll just leave it at 3.
Now, inside. Bathke tried to get it, and instead it goes out of bounds off of his hands and into the hands of the little Cyclones. 3 minutes to go in the second. And here's Lipsy, top of the key to attack. Phillips setting up a screen for attack. He instead passes to Travion LeBeau. Here's Lipsy, 2:43 to go in the second. To attack at the baseline. Timeout is taken by Ames. And with that, I think I'll head down and go to the pep band I have some drumming to do. I'll hand the broadcast off to Ryan Eggert for the rest of the half. Take it away.
Thank you very much, Carter. 24-7, the Little Cyclones lead here in the second quarter. 2.5 minutes to the half. As Ames now left with 3 timeouts after taking one just a few seconds ago. Nothing too stellar for Little Cyclones. Phillips has 6 points to Lipsy's 2. Vertinen hit a 3, Attack hit a 3, and LeBeau has a couple of buckets. So now over to Vertinen and Phillips, top of the key. Now just left of the key is Lipsy. Finds Phillips inside. Goes back outside to Lipsy. To the right corner was to Attack, and LeBeau goes all the way over to Vertinen. Lipsy drives inside. Can he get it? Yes, he can. The drive inside, and it's now a 19-point game. Just the second bucket of the game for Lipsy, but it's good enough to extend the lead that much further. As now over to DeCroix. Moving towards the top of the key now. Looking inside. Passes over to Bethke. He misses. And rebounded by Lipsy. He'll bring it up the court on the right side. Over to Phillips. Top of the key. Gives it back to Lipsy. Goes to Attack. Gives it over to LeBeau and Vertinen. Gives it to Phillips now. Inside for LeBeau on the shot. He was fouled on the way up. And it'll be 2 shots for LeBeau. Lenny Tabakovic commits his first personal foul. That is the 4th team foul by the Jayhawks. LeBeau converts on the first shot. Couldn't quite make the second one, and there's rebounded by Tabakovic. It's now brought up back to Tabakovic. Over to Sams, who holds it at the logo. Guarded high by Lipsy. Over to DeCroix. Driving inside, blocked by LeBeau, and it's all the way out towards Schmitz. Sams gives it off to Tabakovic, who gives it right back to Sams. Sams thought about driving inside. Instead, guarded high by Lipsy. All the way over to Schmitz, guarded by Attack. Schmitz takes a long 3, hit the front of the rim, and it was rebounded there by DeCroix. Inside to Bethke. Yes, on the reverse layup. And now only 30 seconds left to go, and I would imagine that Lipsy would hold out for the final shot. Ames currently boasting an 18-point lead. Scorers on the floor have combined for 21 of the 27 points scored. And now is Attack. Holding there. Gives it off to Lipsy, who has 10 seconds. Very calm, cool, collected. 5 seconds to go. Now he'll begin to drive. He's guarded high there. Taking a shot. 3. Yes, he drained it. And now it's 21-point lead at the half. What a clutch shot from Lipsy that was. Makes him the leading scorer with 7 points there. And that'll take us into the halftime performance. You can listen in to the Ames High Pep Band. Not sure whether they will come out onto the court, but should be able to hear them perform. right back with your second half coming up. You're watching AHS basketball on AHS Sports Network on YouTube.
Welcome back into it, folks. We are into the third quarter of this matchup, the second half of the doubleheader. The boys' version of Urbandale versus Ames. So far, a dominant performance for Ames. Urbandale's got a lot to change if they want to get back into this game.
They have a lot to change, and they got to fix those errors quickly.
Top of the key three from Phillips is no good. Kirby Smits with the rebound, and Urbandale will take it the other way. Here's Dylan Sams at the top of the key, or near the center circle, rather. Sams has it again. 7:16 to go in the third. Sorry, folks, I'm still catching my breath. I just got done pep band drumming, and then I had to run up here as Kirby Smits lays it in. Anyways, okay, I'm good. Let's go. Mum double teamed, and he almost lost the ball, but regained control. It's good defense like that Urbandale's going to really need.
Yeah, they're going to need spectacular defense to be able to win.
Number 52 fouls number 52.
Urbandale fouls on number 52.
That'll send Phillips to the line. That's 3 fouls for Smits. Wouldn't be ideal for Urbandale to lose their big man.
No, especially because Ames is going to utilize their big man in those mismatches down in the post should Schmitz foul out of the game.
Phillips' first one is no good. He shoots 65.2% from the line on the season. 6:44 to go in the third. Phillips looking for her 7th point of the game right here. He's got it. So he makes it a 20-point game with 6:40 to go in the third. Sams with a pass way over to DeCrife. Drives the lane. Foul is called. They're getting Phillips for that one. That's his second. 1 foul for Urbandale, 1 foul for Ames. DeCrife with the inbound, way out to Grayson Smits. Now at the right wing, it is, I believe, Sams with the ball. Yep, and now here is Lenny Tabakovic. Inside to Tabakovic, and he loses the ball. Luth picks it up for Ames.
Yeah, good steal there by Luth and good awareness to quickly get it to Mum because he can drive it up the floor.
Whoa, what a block. Did that come from Smits or did that come from Tabakovic?
Well, it came from one of them. Don't know which one it was.
Not going to be enough as Ames is going to keep the ball. And Lipsy's still going to get his three-pointer. 34 to 11. 10 points on the night for the star player, and it's 5:40 to go in the third. Kirby Smits finally brings it into the front court for Urbandale. Sams from the baseline off the glass and in. Back to a 20-point game. 5.5 to go in the third. Lipsy with the drive, can't lay it in. Ball goes out of bounds. No, almost out of bounds.
Hey.
And
Oh.
it still goes,
Oh,
wow.
my goodness.
So it almost went out of bounds, almost went to Urbandale, almost went out of bounds again, went to Lipsy, and he laid it in.
I thought it went out right on the baseline after Kraffels stripped it and it went off the Urbandale player, but hey, a bucket's a bucket.
Absolutely. Speaking of which, there's another one from Mum. 5 points for him. Number 5 scores 5 points, 38 to 13 to score. A 25-point lead for the Little Cyclones with 4:47 to go in the third and counting. And there is Grayson Smith with a much-needed three-pointer, and a timeout is taken
Full timeout, Urbandale.
from Urbandale. And with the full timeout being taken, we'll take a quick break and be right back. Keep it right here. You're watching AHS Basketball on AHS Sports Network on YouTube. And welcome back into it, folks. 4:40 to go in the third. 38 to 16 is the score. Ames has the ball and a huge lead over the Jayhawks that they're looking to extend. Luce almost went for a corner three. He drained a corner three earlier in the game for Ames' second bucket. Technically third if you count the fact that it was an and one from Phillips to get the first 3 points, but for heaven's sake, we'll just call it the second one. Lipsy on the drive, and he's got it. Lipsy on the coast to coast, and nobody can guard Lipsy from Urbandale.
Yeah, I don't think they want to get called for a reach-in foul, but, you know, they got to stop Lipsy.
There's a three-pointer that's no good from DeCrife, and the Little Cyclones will take it the other way. Corner three from Luth, no. Ball goes out of bounds. They're going to say it belongs to Ames. It was last touched by Phillips. Or no, last touched by somebody from Urbandale.
It was last touched by Grayson Schmitz, I believe.
Vertinen checks into the Little Cyclones lineup. 3:37 to go in the third. Lipsy inbounds to Phillips, got it underneath. 9 points for Corey Phillips. That was Grayson Smith who has the ball. Quick dish to Sams, and now here is Hardinson. Smiths again with the ball. Grayson Smith's at the top of the key. Now a pass to Hardinson. Now in the corner, DeCrife with the drive. Can't lay it in off the glass. Phillips eventually ends up with it. I keep confusing Lipsy with Phillips. Vertinen hits a corner three wide open, and it's a 45 to 16. A 29-point game, and it's 2:41 to go in the third. And Ames has got one hand on the W already, in my opinion.
I would think so with the way that they're playing. They're playing fantastic.
Fadeaway jumper from Grayson Smith is no good, and it's 2:23 to go in the third. Corner three from Luth, got it! 32-point game. 2:14 to go in the third. Ames cannot be stopped. And the energy in this place just pretty much fell when Urbandale got the ball. There's Sams, lays it in. 48-18, back to a 30-point game. It's going to take a lot more to overcome this mountain, though.
Yeah. And there's, what, only 9 minutes of game time left. And there's a foul on the floor.
Number 23 fouls number 23. DeCrive picks up the foul on LeBeau.
Numbers like regarding their respective numbers tonight. Very interesting.
Jack Craig checks into the little Cyclones lineup, or the Urbandale lineup, and Mumm into the Ames lineup. Speaking of Mumm, he has the ball, gets it to Phillips at the top of the key, back to Mumm at the left wing. 1:35 to go in the third. Inside, LeBeau puts it up and in. 50-18, just under a minute and a half to play in the third. Travion LeBeau with a 7-point game so far. And here's Baithke, drives, can't lay it in. Rebound taken by Mumm. He'll get it to tried to get it to LeBeau. It went off of Craig last, and it'll stay in the hands of Ames. Just going to make a bold prediction. Ames is going to score by the end of this possession.
That's a very bold prediction, Carter. What made you say that?
I don't know, maybe this.
Isn't that just typical?
Burton lays it in from outside, and it's a 53-18 game. Burton with 9 points tonight. He only averages 0.8 per game.
That's an improvement, if I must say so myself.
And just 30 seconds to go in the third. Mumm taking his time. I'd be surprised, though, if Ames tried to hold for the last shot with this much time. Maybe they are, actually, 'cause now the clock's down to
well,
20
if you
seconds.
give it to Taman with like 20 seconds left, he's just going to dribble it out until there's about 5 seconds, and then he's going to go. That's what he's done for the past 2 quarters, and I don't see – okay, maybe it was – okay, well, he's got the ball back now. I thought it was going to be a little bit different.
5 seconds. Someone's got to put a shot up. Burton in again from outside. No. And Baithke got the rebound for Urbandale, but not in time. And it's 53-18, and the first half is, and the third quarter is over. And with that being said, we will read our sponsors once more. AHS Basketball on AHS Sports Network on YouTube is brought to you by the following. OBS Studio, free and open source software for video recording and live stream. Download and start streaming quickly and easily on Windows, Mac, or Linux. And by YouTube Live, bringing you live streams on YouTube.com since 2008. Want to stay up to date on all things AHS Sports Network? Follow us on Twitter and Instagram. Hopefully a Facebook is coming soon. And make sure to subscribe to the channel and push the notification bell to be notified the moment we upload or go live. All right, with that being said, we got 53-18. Urbandale's got a long way to go if they want to win this game. The comeback is unlikely, but possible.
Yeah. Ames is looking very good right now, I'd say.
I would say if Urbandale doesn't get a significant lead change by halfway through the fourth quarter, then this game is probably over, and that's not a good start. But there's a redemption from Grayson Smith. But yeah, they've probably got about till halfway through the fourth quarter to try and do some real damage, or this game probably will be won by Ames. Cole attack misses from the corner. But there's, oh wow. What a beautiful effort to get the ball. And now Ames will keep it. It'll go out of bounds. Or rather, it'll be a foul on Craig. That's his first.
That was a good job there by attack to just poke the ball out, and then Ames was able to get the ball. And Kraffel went up using all of his aggression and got a foul out of it. Made the first free throw. Can he make the second one?
Kraffel with the second one, yes. 55-20, 7:24 to go in the first. And the fourth. My goodness, I'm messing up all over the place.
Well, they did have a big lead in the first quarter, so, I mean, you can say that.
Craig is fouled by Lipsy. Good thing that's only Lipsy's second.
For the little Cyclones, Taman Lipsy, that is his second. Team foul number 2.
That's a second foul for him.
Shooting 2.
Craig, first one is good. Make it a 21-55 game. That's a 34-point lead for the Little Cyclones. And the noise made by the student section was enough to distract him, and he missed the shot. So here's Mumm with a pass to attack at the left wing. Finds Mumm again near the center circle. Now Kraffel in the corner. Dishes to Yak. Ring Yak. Fouled by Grayson Smits. Ball will be inbounded as a result. Clock is continuing to move, and things are just not looking good for the Jayhawks.
Well, yeah, I think it's if the lead is over 30 and there's like a foul or something, they don't stop the clock.
Inbound pass to Zalaski, the senior who checked in earlier. Vernon in the corner, shifts around, finds Mumm. The right wing now shifts around the arch, finds, tried to find attack. Grayson Smits knocked it out. And it's 5:53 and counting to go in the fourth. Like I mentioned, clock continuing to move due to the large deficit from Urbandale. Here's a three from Vernon, no good. Rebound is taken by Bathke for the Jayhawks, but Mumm gets possession of the ball, and Coach Downs is smart enough to call a timeout so that they get to have the ball. It's a full timeout. Well, as of right now, it's 5:39 to go in the fourth, 55-21. It's looking like Ames is going to come out with the win.
Yes, I agree with you right there. They've just been the better team today, and they outplayed Urbandale in every aspect. The rebounding, the stealing, the shooting, quite frankly, from outside the arc has been impeccable from the Little Cyclones. A lot of bench guys are contributing, and that's always a good sign to see because we know, Taman can't carry the team on his own, but he has that support that he needs to have a successful team.
Pretty much exactly what the girls lacked in the game that we just got done calling. It was pretty much all Caroline and Ashley, and that's ultimately the reason that they got absolutely whooped by Urbandale.
Yeah, unfortunately, but I don't want to go into that topic. That's a little bit, I guess, sensitive in a way. But let's focus on the game at hand because Ames looking like they're gonna win this one.
5:36 to go in the fourth. Here's attack with the inbound, brings it into the front court, finds Mumm. And it looks like Jonathan Beverly, the junior, and Nico Stevens, the senior, looking to check in. Mumm with a teardrop inside the paint, can't lay it in. Yak gets the putback. And checking in for the Little Cyclones is Jonathan Beverly and Nico Stevens. Ames already starting to put in their people who don't get as much playing time, and that's how you can tell that this game is more than likely over at this point, even with 5:17 to go in the fourth.
Yeah.
There's a deep three from Grayson Smits, no good.
Ooh.
Liz Zalaski takes a tough fall. Seems to be just fine. Foul is called.
Ooh. He hit the floor super hard. Didn't make the prettiest of noises, let me tell you that. But it looks like there was a foul on Urbandale, maybe called a little bit later than when it happened.
Devin Settle checks in for the Little Cyclones as well as Con Dutt. 4:34 to go in the fourth, and the clock continues to move because of the large lead that Ames has. Here's Con Dutt, and the ball was deflected. Nico Stevens got it back for the Little Cyclones. 4:20 to go in the fourth. Inside, it's Zalaski, got it. 59-21, 4:12 to go in the fourth. Ames averages 58.7 points a game as a team. And they've got 59 right here, halfway through the fourth quarter. And easily about to take the win over the Urbandale Jayhawks.
Oh.
Settle can't lay it in, and the rebound is taken by Grayson Smits. And there's a layup from Dylan Sams, 59-23. 3:40 to go in the fourth. Dutt with a drive, and he can't lay it in.
Oh.
And the rebound's taken by DeCry.
Almost had it. Almost had it.
It was close for sure. Just under 3.5 to play in the fourth. Wow. Sams just dropped Settle, but it's not going to mean anything. And, well, Bathke had to lay down his hand in order to keep his balance as a three-pointer is missed from Grayson Smits. Jonathan Beverly inside to Zalaski, and you got a charge foul on Beverly.
Well, that ankle breaker doesn't really mean much if you don't make the shot.
Yeah.
And that was the case. So, yeah. At least that's what I think.
Yeah, no, I agree. And there is a drive in, an M1 opportunity for DeCry.
That was a blocking foul?
Might be.
It didn't look like Stevens moved at all from up here, but, you know, that's fine. Ames is winning by 34, so that's fine.
So DeCry will shoot one from the line. Can't make it. Rebound taken by Bathke for the Jayhawks. DeCry in the corner. It is Grayson Smits. Pass to DeCry again. 2:24 to go in the fourth. There's a three, no good from Bryce Lang, 5'10" sophomore. Urbandale gets the ball back. DeCry underneath. Can't lay it in. Rebound taken by Devin Settle. 2:07 to go in the fourth. Dutt underneath, plays it in. 2:01 to go in the fourth. Travel is called. Ball will go the other way as a result. .155 to go in the fourth. Bryce Lange. Now it's underneath. Cooper Hardinson wasn't able to keep the ball. We have another person checking in for the Jayhawks, Aiden Payne. As well as
Jayhawk fouls on number 32, Aiden Payne. His first.
Someone checking in for the Little Cyclones, Chris Buckwald.
You looking for number 24?
Yes, Chris Buckwald.
Chris Buckwald, yeah.
Senior.
That's the
1:12 and counting to go in the fourth.
Excuse me, Buckball, number 24.
And it is going to stay with Ames. Very well.
Well, now the clock continues to move, and it's down to less than a minute to go in the fourth. As Stevens puts it up from inside and got it. Nico Stevens scoring only his 11th point this season.
What? Oh, the like post cover there in the floor came loose. My goodness, where they would put one of the posts for a volleyball net came loose. Interesting. I've never seen that happen before.
Yeah, no kidding. Ames foul on Condutt. Clock still moving, down to 20 seconds to go in the fourth. And the pass is stolen by Beverly. As the clock is still running down, 10 seconds to go. It looks like...
I think he's going to dribble it out, yep.
Looks like it, 5 seconds to go in the game. And Ames was an absolutely dominant performance over the Urbandale Jayhawks to win the game 63-25. Wow, what a fantastic performance from the Little Cyclones. An absolute redemption for the girls who got blown out by Urbandale, and now the boys for Ames blow out Urbandale.
Yeah, sweet revenge.
That's going to move Ames to a record of 10-3 and do absolutely nothing but increase their chances at getting to that state tournament.
Yeah, with the way they're playing, they can go really deep into the tournament, but they got to, just look at the next game, which is going to be Centennial. Obviously, Centennial are a decently good team. They need to get back at them for what they weren't able to finish out last time. They got to put their mark on them. And if they play the way they did tonight with Lipsy going off and LeBeau doing really well and everybody else contributing in some matter, I think they have a very good chance of winning.
How far they'll go in the state tournament, I'm really not sure. But at this point, I do really think that they have a solid shot at being at Wells Fargo Arena come March.
Yes. As much as we want to, get excited about state tournament and whatever, we just have to look ahead to the next game. That's what you got to put your focus on. You can start worrying about the playoffs when you know you're going to make it. So you just got to make sure that you keep winning these games that are going to come up in the next few weeks, because they're very important games that'll help punch your ticket there. But there's nothing much more to it, and I think Ames, granted that they continue playing like this, I don't see them having a problem with getting their ticket to the state tournament this year.
Absolutely. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, 63-25 is your final score here from Ames High Gymnasium in the final doubleheader of the year. Doesn't mean it's the final AHS Basketball and AHS Sports Network on YouTube broadcast of the year, but it is the final doubleheader that we're doing, because it is the final regular season home doubleheader. 63-25 is the actual final score.
Yes,
but anyways, so with that being said, there's a girls only broadcast this Saturday against Pella. And then the next time you'll see us for AHS Basketball and AHS Sports Network on YouTube is actually 2 weeks from tonight, a boys only game against Des Moines Roosevelt. And then the following Friday, there's a boys only broadcast against Johnston. If we host any boys playoff games, there's a chance we will broadcast them. We cannot make any promises, but there's a chance that we will broadcast them. So stay tuned. Like we said before, follow us on our social media at AHS Sports Network on Instagram and Twitter, and because that's where all of our updates will be, and we're going to be letting you guys know about stuff. So, but with that being said, reflecting off tonight's game, 63-25, the final score. Ames absolutely dominates the CIML opponent, Urbandale Jayhawks. To increase their chances of making the state tournament. Ames on a hot streak. It just doesn't seem like they're going anywhere. What a fun time tonight, folks. Thank you for tuning into this edition of AHS Basketball on AHS Sports Network on YouTube. I'm Carter White,
I'm Ryan Eggert.
the voices of your Ames High Little Cyclones, signing off.